Session 4 of Module 3 of Elective Paper Entrepreneurship Development of 4th semester of Mangalore University. In this session, we shall study about management of working capital, meaning, concepts, components and factors affecting working capital requirement. Working capital is defined as excess of current assets over current liabilities and provisions. Working capital is basically an indicator of the short-term financial position of an organization and is also a measure of its overall efficiency. Working capital is obtained by subtracting the current liabilities from the current assets. This ratio indicates whether the company possesses sufficient assets to cover its short-term debt. The funds invested in current assets are termed as working capital. It is the fund that is needed to run the day-to-day operations of the business. Need of working capital arises since there is time lag between the purchase of raw material for use in production by the business to realization of cash proceeds arising out of sale of products to consumers. Due to this time lag, funds remain blocked and invested in various current assets such as raw materials, work in progress, finished goods and debtors. Hence, to support these blocked investment, working capital is needed. Without working capital, business cannot invest in its current assets, and without investment in current assets, it is difficult to leverage operational capacity provided by fixed assets. The concepts of working capital are divided into two categories: gross working capital and net working capital. Gross working capital refers to investment in current assets of a business. A current asset is that asset which can be converted into cash in one accounting period or in one operating cycle. Current assets include cash in hand, bank balance, inventory or stock, debtors, bills receivable, short-term investments and advances. Net working capital is the difference between current assets and current liabilities. Current liabilities are those liabilities which are expected to mature for payment within one accounting year. It includes creditors, bills payable, outstanding expenses, short-term loans and bank overdraft. Components of working capital. Working capital is the difference between current assets and current liabilities. Current assets consist of cash, marketable securities, receivables and inventory. A major component of current liabilities is the payables. Management of working capital refers to the practice and techniques designed to control all the items of current assets and current liabilities. Working capital management is the function that involves effective and efficient use of all the components of current assets and current liabilities in order to minimize total cost. Cash management is one of the important component of current assets. It is needed for performing all the activities of a firm, from acquiring raw materials to marketing of finished goods. It is essential for a firm to maintain an adequate cash balance. An important function of a finance manager is to match the inflows and outflows of cash so as to maintain adequate cash. The term receivable is defined as any claim for money owed to the firm from customers arising from sale of goods or services in normal course of business. The term accounts receivable represents sundry debtors of a firm. It is one of the significant components of working capital next to cash and inventories. The total volume of accounts receivable depends on its credit sale and debt collection policy. These two significantly influence the requirement of working capital. Liberal credit policy increases the volume of sales, but at the same time, it also increases the investment in receivables. Therefore, examination of costs and benefits associated with credit policy is one of the important tasks of a finance manager. Inventory constitutes a major part of total working capital. Efficient management of inventory results in maximization of earnings of the shareholders. Efficient inventory management consists of managing two conflicting objectives, that is minimization of investment in inventory on one hand and maintenance of the smooth flow of raw materials for production and sales on the other. Therefore, the objective of a finance manager is to calculate the level of inventory where these conflicting interests are reconciled. Like cash, a firm holds inventory for transaction, precautionary and speculative motives. Accounts payable or creditors are one of the important components of working capital. Payables provide a spontaneous source of financing of working capital. Payable management is very closely related with cash management. Effective payable management leads to steady supply of materials to a firm as well as enhances its reputation. It is generally considered as a relatively cheap source of finance as suppliers rarely charge any interest on the amount owed. However, trade creditors will have a cost as a result of loss of enjoying cash discount on cash purchases. Factors affecting working capital requirement. Working capital is an important component of operating activity of business. Hence, it is important for the business to effectively estimate its working capital. Working capital is influenced by many factors such as nature of business, whether it is a manufacturing concern, whether it is a retail concern, scale of business, whether a large scale business organization, medium scale or small scale, business cycle, boom period or recession, seasonal fluctuation, operating cycle of business, operating efficiency, credit policy. Business has to consider all these factors for effective estimation of its working capital. So, some of the factors which affect the working capital requirement are: first is nature of business. Working capital remains blocked in the form of inventory such as raw material, work in progress and finished goods. If the nature of business is such that there is no need to maintain inventory, then naturally such business will require less capital. If the business is dealing in consultancy or stockbroker, then there is no need to invest in any form of inventory. The amount of working capital required depends on the nature of the business. Second factor is size of business. Business function in different size, which is mainly decided on the basis of investment. For example, a small or micro enterprise may function with the capital of rupees 10 lakh to rupees 1 crore, whereas some businesses may be functioning in large scale sector with investment of around 2000 to 10,000 crores. It is quite natural that working capital requirement of all these businesses would be different. Third factor is credit policy. It means the policy of credit followed for debtors and the credit policy followed by the suppliers or creditors. If the firm extends liberal credit period to its debtors, it will result into heavy blockage of funds in the form of debtors. In such case, company will require more working capital. On the other hand, if the creditors are liberal and expends credit for a relatively longer period of time, then it is possible that the company will be able to operate on the credit extended by the creditors and will require relatively less capital. Fourth factor is seasonal fluctuations. Seasonal nature of business decides the quantum of working capital required during different seasons. Next factor is bargaining power of the business. If demand is more than supply, then the bargaining power of supplier is more than the customer, and vice versa. In such a situation, buyers will purchase product either on cash basis or even trade on advance payment. In such a case, firm will not have much of debtors or unsold inventories. But if the case is exactly opposite, that is, if supply is more than the demand, then it is quite possible that the firm will require more capital in the form of debtors and inventories. Next factor is business cycle. Businesses pass through different trade cycle. There may be times of boom or recession. During boom period, the demand for goods and services increases, and so does the business activities also. Increase in business activities require more working capital, and during recession period, the demand is low and business activities are slow. Next is availability of raw material. If the firm demands raw material that is scarce or short in supply, then the suppliers would demand immediate cash or sometimes expect advance payment. In such situation, requirement of working capital would be high. Next factor is operating efficiency. It is related with optimum utilization of available resources. If the firm is efficient in its operation, then naturally the operating cycle would function efficiently and the working capital ratio would be on the higher side. Bargaining power of the business is another factor. There is a simple rule of business game, that is, if demand is more than supply, then the bargaining power of seller is more than the customer. In such a situation, buyers will purchase product either on cash basis or even trade on advance payment. In such a case, firm will not have much of debtors or unsold inventories. But if the case is exactly opposite, that is, if supply is more than demand, then it is quite possible that the firm will require more capital in the form of debtors and inventory. So these are some of the factors which affect the working capital requirement to a firm depending upon the size and nature of its operations. Thank you.